Hi everyone, I am Yuan and I did language materials for the Materials and Resources Guide. I also use Chinese language materials as a specific example for evaluating, selecting, and acquiring. Due to the limited time, this presentation is used to give some examples and explain some of my thoughts to support my writing guide, so I will not cover everything of the writing version. The first interesting thing I'd like to share is that when I was searching Chinese language materials in EPL and VPL, I was surprised by the results I had. There are nearly 1,500 items are found in VPL while only 11 are found in EPL. It is true that VPL has more Chinese materials in general, but the main reason for such big differences is because their definition of language materials are different. Some scholars think language materials just include the textbooks, workbooks, handouts, and CD, DVDs that are systematically designed for language learning, while some argues that anything can be used as language materials, even like food packages. It can become language materials when you use it to teach language. As a Chinese tutor by myself, I prefer the second definition, which means any resources in library can be language materials as far as it is written in that foreign language. The second thing I found important is that languages are closely related with culture. Selecting improper language materials may cause cultural misunderstanding. This picture shows a famous Chinese story character called Afanti. He is regarded as a hero who fights against the landlord class. Therefore, his story was compiled in a Chinese textbook. However, his story can hardly be accepted by Western students. Many students do not understand the opposition of farmer class and landlord class in Chinese culture. Therefore, they think he is cunning and dishonest, and they think his story should not be included in a textbook. As librarians, we can reduce this kind of misunderstanding by selecting and acquiring proper materials according to the cultural backgrounds of our users. The third thing I'd like to talk about is the special challenges I found in collecting language materials, especially Chinese language materials. Here is news about the controversy of Confucius Institute, which is language institutes managed by Hanban, the Office of Chinese Language Council International. It is so-called a non-government, non-profit organization, but it is actually highly related to Chinese government. The fact is that every Chinese language materials published in China are censored by Hanban and by Chinese government. So librarians should always be aware of that and be careful about whether the materials has any political purpose. Generally speaking, the materials recommended by Hanban are mainly in good quality and proper for learners to learn Chinese. Therefore, I don't think we should just reject everything from Hanban. And if we do so, we will have few options left because Chinese mainland published most of the Chinese language materials. But I still think we should always take that into account and always be careful about what these language materials contain.